Hello, hola, good morning, bonjour, good evening, konnichiwa, from anywhere you're watching me from. My name is Grace and I'll be taking you through today's tutorial, and we are going to be making these beautiful ruffled crochet earrings. But first, if this is your first time interacting with us, thank you, and please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back and thank you for your support. So we are going to be making these ruffled crochet earrings, and you can make them in any color of your choice. Here are just a few samples that I have made, and you can make these in any hoop size of your choice. So here are just a few samples. Now let's get into the materials of what you're going to be needing. You're going to need embroidery thread. This is what I am using, and you're going to need a matching hook size. I'm using a 1.25 millimeter crochet hook. Now for the thread and hook, you can substitute the thread to whichever you may have. You can use regular crochet thread, it doesn't really matter much. Just make sure you substitute the hook size to the one that matches your thread. And of course you're going to need a hoop earring. This is the size that I'm using. Any size of hoop earring will be okay for this project. You just have to adjust the number of stitches you're going to do at the beginning. And you're also going to need masking tape. It's not really necessary, but it's useful at some point. And then you're going to need scissors and what is it called, and a needle. You're going to need scissors and a needle to weave in your ends once you're done. And you may also need some glue just towards the end of the project. Now first things first, I'm going to cut a small piece of masking tape, and we're going to place this masking tape at the beginning of the earring so our stitches don't come off. So I'm just going to place it here. Just like that. And then you're going to take our yarn. I'm starting off with this color. I'm making a matching set for this one. So we're going to take our yarn, and then we are going to make a slip knot. Just like that. And then you're going to remove our hook from the loop, and then you're going to take our earring, and you're going to start on this side where we have this closure where our stitches won't come out, and you're going to insert your hook into the loop, and then you're going to grab this yarn and pull it through like that. And then you're just going to hold your yarn like that, and then you're going to do a chain just like that. We don't count this as a stitch. Now we're going to do single crochets all around this area. You can do any number of single crochets, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that your single crochets are not too little and they're not too many, so that when you remove these they can easily come out. So to do a single crochet, you're going to go under your hook, and then you're going to pull up let me close this. You're going to go under your hook like that, then you're going to pull up yarn, and then you're going to yarn over and do a stitch just like that. Go under, pull up a loop, and single crochet like that. Go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull up another loop just like that. Go under, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull up another loop, just like that. And we're going to be hiding this thread as we go. You can see it's in between the stitches, so we don't have too many threads to weave in once we are done. So you're going to continue like this until you reach the very end. I'm going to do a total of 80 single crochets into this hoop size, so I'll meet you once we are at the end. By the end of the row, you should be having something like this. I've done a total of 80, and now we're going to move to row 2. You're going to chain 2 and you're going to turn your work, and this chain 2 counts as a stitch. Now you're going to go into that first stitch and you're going to do a double crochet. Just like that. Then you're going to go into the next stitch and you're going to do 2 double crochets. Go into the next stitch and do 2 double crochets. It's a little bit trickier for me. I think I did my stitches too tight. So you're going to go into every stitch and do 2 double crochets. In every stitch you're going to do an increase, and you're going to be doing 2 double crochets in each stitch. And I am using US tabs. So this is how it looks like so far. You can already see it's starting to ruffle on itself. So you're going to continue like this, doing 2 double crochets in each stitch until you reach the very end, and I'm going to meet you once we are at the end. I am done with row number 2. Now we are going to go into row number 3. You are going to chain 2, turn your work, and the chain 2 counts as a stitch. You're going to go into the next stitch and do a double crochet. In the next stitch, do a double crochet. So basically in this row we are going to do 1 double crochet on top of each stitch until you reach the very end. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch and in every stitch around. Now I want to show you variations for this ruffle. There's this. We increase this one by doing 2 double crochets in each stitch. If you want a fuller ruffle that bunches on itself, you can see this one doesn't bunch on itself, but this one does. If you want a fuller ruffle, you're going to do 3 or more double crochets in one stitch in the row we just did, the row number 2. So there is that option. There is also an option of increasing this row that we are on row number 3. There's an option of increasing row number 3, so you can choose to increase, like for these 2 double crochets in each stitch, or increase in one stitch, skip the next stitch. You're going to do a normal double crochet, then the next stitch do an increase. You can do this just how you feel like you want your ruffles to turn out. Now that is just the process for these ruffled earrings. So after doing your row number 2, where you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch, we are going to do a row number 3, which we are going to do the same exact thing. You're going to do 1 double crochet into each stitch all around, and then you're going to be done with our crochet earring. And then you're going to cut your yarn and you're going to weave in your ends. So basically that's just the pattern for this crochet earring. For this one too, I did the same thing. I did the first row in single crochets, then I did increases. I did 3 stitches in one, 3 double crochets in one stitch. Then on row number 3 I did 1 double crochet on top of each stitch, and the final row number 4 I did 1 double crochet on top of each stitch. So that's why this one is really ruffled, because I did a lot of increases at the beginning. For these other ones I did the normal way we've done 2 increases in one stitch in row number 2. In row number 3 we did 1 double crochet in each stitch, and in row number 4 we still did 1 double crochet in each stitch, so our ruffles can spread out. I feel this is much better because the colors show much better. This one, since it bunches on itself, the colors can hide, especially if you're doing such a colored earring. So you can play around with colors on this one, just whichever colors you like. You can do a plain color. I think I'll do a plain color next, since I don't have any plain colored earring on these ones. Now where I was talking about the glue, now once you're done with your earring and you have weaved in your ends, you have this loose end, you're going to weave in this with a needle. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to remove these masking tape, and we put it here because the stitches can come out. And once you remove it, we need to secure this area. So you can dab some glue here. You can use super glue, you can use fabric glue, but I prefer super glue. It sticks much better, but you just have to put very little, because I feel super glue hardens, and we don't want our work to really harden and stick onto this. So you're going to remove this, then spread out the ruffles evenly, because you still have a little bit of space. So push your ruffles to reach the end, and this side you also push your ruffles till you are at almost at the end. And then you're going to dab a little bit of glue and let it dry out, and then you'll be done with your earring. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this, please comment, share. If you have any questions, you can ask them at the comment section. Share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And see you in the next tutorial. For the next video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this bow earring. It's a really cute design. So here are just a few colors that I made. I made this little multicolored thread. This is a plain color thread. There is this. The reason I prefer the embroidery thread, because it's really thin and your stitches come out looking really neat. The normal crochet thread is a bit thicker, so your stitches will look chunky unless you're going for a chunky look. So watch out for the tutorial for this. It will be the one following this video, and I will have a written pattern for these. So if you prefer written patterns, make sure to go to my Ravelry and buy one from there. I'll be linking it in the comment in the description box. So for now, bye bye, see you next time. Signing out.